Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fellow channel again. I said at the beginning of the week when I did a video about death that we'd start off with a dark subject for the beginning of the week and then try and raise the bar throughout the week. But I'm afraid I've told a bit of a porky, and actually today's videos I'm titling the 4 books that everybody should read, and it's all on a dark subject. It mainly involves World War II and the Jewish population, but there's also one book here that I kind of think is really on a similar basis the way things were carried out. So let's get started with that one. Now the subject is like genocide, the attempted extermination of one particular part of the human race, or various parts of the human race. The first book is a favourite one of mine, and that's called Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, written by D. Brown, and it's a history of the Indian nation in the West, in the United States of America, and it's basically a story of it obviously tells the story of the various tribes of the Indian race and how they were kind of killed in various ways. There's massacres. They were shipped out to various reservations and had their lands pinched by the American government, and it's just well, in my opinion, it's like a genocide of the Indian nation. What happened to them was totally wrong, and although these days America, likes to take the high line in everything, what they actually did in the 1800s was try and exterminate the Indian race completely. And that's that book there. That's Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. Written by D. Brown and published by Vintage Books. Now the second one, we're moving on now up to World War II. This is an Images of War book, Hitler's Death Camps in Occupied Poland, and that's written by Ian Baxter. Now the whole premise of these books is you've got a vast number of photographs. I'm not going to show the photographs in the book. Some of them I could easily show you, but quite a few of the pictures and photographs are of Jewish people being transported away to the concentration camps, Jews from all over Europe, or ethnic minorities. The Nazi Germany didn't really care about who they sent to the concentration camps. If they weren't seen as German, then you didn't have much of a chance. But it's a very good book in that it tells you the history of the occupied camps in Poland, but there's some very hard-hitting photographs in there as well. And we have the third book, is called The Holocaust, the Nazis' Wartime Jewish Atrocities, written by Stephen Wynne and published by Pen and Sword Books. If I read you what it says on the back: when did the Allies know about the Holocaust, and why didn't they act earlier? The Women's Orchestra of Auschwitz, the ladies whose love of music saved their lives, the Wannsee Conference, 20th of January 1942, the part played by Einsatzgruppen, and then we have Hoss, Mengele and Gries, Commandant, Doctor and Guard. Obviously this is another dark book, but it explains to people about the Holocaust, what happened, who took part, who was in charge, and obviously it's got pictures and details of a very dark nature, and certainly one that most adults should be made to read. And actually, if you notice on the front cover is the yellow or orange Star of David, which has recently been hijacked by those that don't want to be vaccinated against COVID. They are the type of people that are deplorable. They clearly don't read their history or know their history and need to be educated. So if you ever see anyone advertising or selling those yellow Star of David stickers or tags or badges, I've noticed that they've been putting them on t-shirts as well. You need to avoid them at all cost, because they don't know what they're on about. And then the last one, why did Hitler hate the Jews? Written by Peter Den Hertog, published by Pen and Sword Books. And if you look on the back, you'll see a couple of children being made to wear that yellow star. That was to identify them from a distance that they were Jewish. They weren't to be trusted, they weren't to be relied upon, they weren't to be liked. So that book's the origins of Hitler's anti-Semitism and its outcome. Another good book, certainly very well worth a read, and in my opinion all 4 books should be read a couple of times at least by most adults, and then maybe we wouldn't have some of the less educated people in the world, or just less stupid people. People need an education. So there we go. It was a bit dark. I apologise. I promise I will do a lighter subject for the next video. But thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.